Crypto is getting crazy. All the altcoins are pumping and Kaspa is leading the pack. Kaspa is up more than 66% in the last week. Look at this. The KAS token is the greenest of them all. 2 months ago, I published the first video on Kaspa on this channel. That was on the 9th of September. And over here, we discussed the fundamentals, as in token distribution, total value locked, capability of the blockchain, etc. Then 1 month ago, on the 6th of October, we talked about TA. We talked about a backtest on how to time the Kaspa token. Now in this video, let's talk about relative valuation charts and let's look again at timing the market. Historically, the best moving average for the KAS token is the 18-day exponential moving average. That's the one we see here in red. That historically worked the best for timing the ups and downs in the price. So according to that, we'd be long the token since the 17th of October, and we'd only sell once the price really crashes here by 30% roughly. But every day where we keep these elevated prices, we'd take profit earlier, right? So the idea is we are long whenever the price is above and we are short whenever the price is below the moving average. 18-day EMA is the best. If you go to TradingView, right, and you enter / and you enter exponential moving average, you click on this, you get a line, you double click on the line, you enter 18 over here, click OK. Make sure that you've got the 1 day selected, then you see that exact line. If you're not just buying and holding the token, but you want to ride those waves, which might make sense given the very, very heavy volatility, right? There are drops of 66% temporarily here, with intraday movements even more than 70%. If you want to ride those waves, then at least statistics say that's a good way to potentially set maybe a trailing stop loss. So the idea of a trailing stop loss as opposed to a regular stop loss is that you adjust it as price goes up. So you want to take profit at some time, but you also don't want to exit now as times are very bullish and everybody buys into the token. So you can simply just adjust your stop loss as the price goes up, and you can make a certain assumption of how much volatility there currently is. Currently, this exponential moving average is 30% below the current price, but it will approach the price closer and closer as we don't see that steep of an increase anymore. And then you can simply just adjust the stop loss accordingly and then sell whenever the price goes below. I like trailing stop losses much more than regular stop losses. It's also very hard to sell an asset that's currently performing that well, where there's so much attention on it. And trailing stop losses are simply a good middle ground potentially. Now let's look at relative valuation charts. So this is simply just the KAS US dollar price. And we see here in this upwards trend, this is a logarithmic scale, we have 2 confirmations roughly, maybe 3 if we count those 2 together. 2 to 3 confirmations of this trend. Now when we look at the Ethereum based chart, this looks a bit better. Look at this. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 confirmations. So the bottoms align slightly better once we divide the KAS price by the Ethereum price. This is also something that's very typical for a lot of altcoins. Altcoins are highly correlated to Ethereum. So when Ethereum goes up, then a lot of altcoins go up as well, and vice versa. When Ethereum goes down, a lot of altcoins go down. So if you want to look at the idiosyncratic movements of an alt, so how is Kaspa exactly doing completely independent of the general market, then simply just dividing the price by Ethereum makes a lot of sense. Most people just divide by Bitcoin, that's this chart, but see how here the bottoms don't align as well again. And the reason for this is correlation. The correlation between altcoins and Ethereum tends to be higher than between altcoins and Bitcoin. Especially recently where there's such a rally in Bitcoin with all of the ETF rumors. But it's not only since then, this has been in effect for quite some time. Now why is everything going up like this? I think the main reason is that the stablecoin market cap isn't shrinking anymore. Look at this chart. This is the stablecoin market cap. This vertical line here is when Terra Luna collapsed. A lot of people left crypto, got out of the stablecoins. But look how this is turning around since the 30th of September. So crypto isn't contracting as a whole anymore. People are getting back. Maybe not as quickly as the rise was before, but still at least money isn't exiting anymore. As a fraction of the entire crypto space, the stablecoins are of course going down whenever prices go up. So we might be currently heated, but in the grand scheme of things, right, Since May of 2022, we haven't actually seen something like this, where the market seems to calm down again. Now, Kaspa is positioned in a unique way. Kaspa doesn't have any early backers that will then dump on everybody. Kaspa was simply distributed in a fair launch with fair mining. The inflation rate isn't too large. It's basically like a fast Bitcoin right now, with the plan though to expand to smart contract capabilities in the future. Kaspa doesn't allow yet for smart contract execution, but it is planned to do so soon. Now, I'd be interested why you are in Kaspa and at what point in time you plan to take profit. Are you simply just buying and holding this over the long term like with Bitcoin? Or do you plan to ride those waves as long as there is the altcoin season? Feel free to check out the other 2 videos in case you haven't yet. And also feel free to join the Telegram. Link is down below.